Hello and welcome back to another Clash of Code with me, Captain Coder. We're gonna hop in here to a Clash of Code. If you're not familiar with what a Clash of Code is, it's a little programming battle where you program against up to 8 other people in public matches. It waits, I think, 2 minutes tops. If 2 minutes haven't passed, you automatically start with whoever's in there. If you get 8 people, starts in 5 seconds, and you have 15 minutes to complete a programming problem. This is a great way to practice the basics. So if statements, for loops, functions, reading problems and understanding what they're asking. That's the biggest one, is being able to read a problem and understand what they're asking. If you're pretty new to programming, but you feel like you have the basics down, variables, if statements, loops, this is a great way to practice that. So we have a reverse Clash of Code here. Let's read this problem statement. I'm going to be doing my solution. Ooh, the other thing that's really good about coding game is you have a bunch of programming languages to choose from. Today we're going to be doing JavaScript. All right. So in reverse mode, you don't get a clear problem statement. So normally you'd get something like, given a number, produce a formatted phone number. That would be like a traditional program. This one, we're actually getting inputs, and then we have to produce an output. Okay, so it looks like we're making some mountains here. So if I have the number 2, I need to go a 2 followed by a picture like this. My output is expected to be 1. So 2 seems to be the number of lines I'm gonna get. So if I get a 3, I have 1, 2, 3 lines. 4, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is telling me how many lines of text I'm gonna get in. And then my output seems to be, so it's gonna be like a picture of a mountain range, or maybe, you know, a monster's teeth. I don't know. This looks like a mountain range to me. I think what we're doing is we're counting the number of peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4 peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 peaks on that one. 12 peaks on that one. All right. So essentially, we're trying to find how many times we get. I think that's what it's asking. How many times we get. We switch basically from forward slashes to backslashes. So my approach for this problem is going to be to loop and read in the characters, and I'm gonna, every time we switch from a backslash to a forward slash, we are going to increment a counter by 1. All right. So one of the nice things is they give you like a program template in your language, so you don't have to worry about how you're going to read this data in. They give that to you for free. I always tell my students, you get something for free if the code's provided for you. In this case, they're giving us a const n, so we read in n, and then we're doing a loop here, and we're reading in each line from this puzzle. And so we're going to go through this line, and I'm just going to write some code that's going to loop through the line, and I want to detect how many times I get this forward slash backslash. All right, so let's write a loop here. For, let's see, I'll do a traditional for loop. Let j equals 0. J is less than line dot length. Is it just length in JavaScript, or do I need parentheses? We'll find out. J plus plus. Different programming languages do it differently. I'm assuming it's a property. Okay, so if I hover here, you can't see the hover. Okay, so if I hover here, it gives me a little prompt here. It says returns the length of the string. It's a property, so I know it's not a method, so I don't think I have to put parentheses at the end. And then I want to pull out sets of characters. So I'm really, so I could do like this. I could say let ch equals line at j, but I'm really wanting to get the pair of characters j and then j plus 1. Okay, so this will be first, second, and if I do this, I'll get an index out of bounds at the very end. So I want to go to -1 at the end. So I don't want to go all the way to the end. So I'm gonna pull out these first two. And I know I'm at a peak if the first one is a / and the second one is a \. All right, so you could have also done a substring here to get it out and check that, but I'm gonna keep going with this solution here. If first is, in JavaScript we used 3 equal signs, it is the same as / and second is a \, like that. What do I got wrong here? What is this trying to tell me? Unterminated string. Oh, haha, almost got me. So this is really interesting. The \/ is how we indicate we're gonna do an escape sequence. So like special characters, slash. If you want to do a new line, you do /n. So the \/ is special, and if we want to do a literal \/ if we want to say, well, I want the string that has just a single \/ we do \/ to indicate that, hey, special character \/ so this is called an escape sequence. If this is the case, I need to increment a number. So this is what I call an aggregate function. We're aggregating a value, we're looping through, looking at everything, and we're increasing or building up some result. So I'm gonna do let peaks equals 0, and then here in my code, so notice I had to put it all the way out here because I don't want it to reset. If I have it inside my loop, it's gonna reset back to 0 if I were to declare it. If I were to declare it here, it'd reset. And then if I were to declare it here, it'd reset every letter. Here it would reset every line. So I'm gonna declare it all at the top, and we have this nested for loop. Goes through each line and then each character. All right, peaks plus equals 1. So we're gonna increase it by 1. But also do peaks plus. I think that exists in JavaScript. There's some languages that don't have plus for increment. Oh, I could also do, I think plus, because if you haven't seen that, you can also do plus. Used much less common. It has a slightly different effect. But we'll do a plus here. And then at the end, we're gonna output peaks. Let's see how we did. All right, got that first one. Let's play all test cases, see how we do. And we got them all. All right, so as I said, we might have wanted to do a substring here. Line.substring. Let's read the documentation here. So I could have done this a little bit easier. Rather than pulling out letter 0, the first letter and the second letter, we can pull them both out at the same time using a substring. The 0, so the start number should be the 0-based index indicating the beginning of the substring. So this would be J. And then, so that's the beginning of the string. The 0-based index indicating the end of the substring. The substring includes the character up to, but not including the character indicated by end. So if I did J plus 1, I'm only so it's not going to include the second one. It includes the first one, but not the second one. So I actually got to do J plus 2 to be able to get the pair there. And I like to do intermediate variables, not 100% necessary. So let pair, I'm gonna call it pair equal this. And then instead of having this first and second, I could have done if pair is equal to a peak like this. All right. Oh, and I keep doing that. I gotta do 2 slashes. All right, let's try this again. All right, so I could have done it this way. All right, this is how I'd get my pair as a substring. All right, not bad. Pretty straightforward. Looks like I'm gonna be the last person to submit here. Like talking it through though here with you so you can get a little bit of an idea of how you might approach it. Go ahead and submit this. Let's check out what some other people have done. One of the things I love about Clash of Code is you can share your code. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my code. So anyone who's done it can come and say, well, what did this person do? Let's see what, 53 seconds. Nice job on 53 seconds. Yeah, so this one's in Python. So Python, this is a neat little solution here. I wasn't aware of this method. So in Python, apparently there's a count method that appears to give you the number of times an expression appears. And I said, oh, count the number of times this thing appears. Wonder if something similar of that exists in JavaScript. I don't know. I've done a lot of JavaScript coding, but I wouldn't consider myself an expert in JavaScript. Nice solution here by Jagaya. Check out this one. This is essentially the solution that I came up with as well. So we get the first character and the second character, and then we increase by 1. Nice. Then we got one in C. All right, C is a little bit bare bones. Let's say C comes a little bit more bare bones, so you don't have all of the fancy functions, fancy methods built into stuff. So you got to do a little bit more. So this one has reading in your string, and then we're looping through, but it's the same. It's essentially the same thing. Saying if we have a forward slash and a backslash. All right, so that seems to be the most common solution. I wonder if there's another little tricky solution you could do to find it. I enjoyed that one. I thought this one was a little easier than most, and I thought the test cases were pretty good. Hit submit. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you were able to get something out of it. If nothing else, I hope it helped you understand my thought process when I'm going through these. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like these, hit subscribe. That'll tell me that you want to see more. And then also come back anytime. Have a beautiful day.